Hi everyone, it is me, KyCoolz. Welcome back to part 2 of The Sims 4 Legacy Challenge Season 2. So we are kicking off pretty much right where we left off. A few little side changes, .. hashtag, yeah, whatever you want to call it. Side note, I have actually had to go ahead and age down Amy Lee. Now, I know there are some rules and stuff like that around this challenge that you can't age people down and stuff because it is a challenge, but honestly guys, I would much rather do that and be comfortable and be happy with my decision, because I really did not feel that Amy Lee, I didn't feel like Amy's part of this Legacy Challenge had been explored as much as I really wanted it to be, if you get what I mean. So if we can kind of deal with that, then that is all very good. So Amy Lee is obviously, she'll be aging up in about maybe 2 more parts, and then she'll be aging up to a young adult. So I really want to just kind of have a few more parts with her. If you guys are okay with that, then I'm okay. All right, cool. Let's just get on with this part. So Riley Jane is actually inside right now. She's actually just talking to Carla Tucker, which is Amy Lee's brand new tutor. It is her person that she can help with her homework, with her fitness, everything, science, English. Amy Lee has been struggling a lot with her English work. She really freaking has been. Like, she skipped a few days of school off camera. She just decided that she was going to just cut school and focus on her fitness, which landed her in a whole ton of trouble with Riley Jane. Riley Jane was not happy about that, and obviously their friendship was a little bit affected, but nonetheless they have made up and things are looking really great. They're best friends, and they always will be best friends. They're the best of friends, but there was a time off camera when they just really were starting to go downhill in their friendship, or their, bond as sisters. So Amy Lee has been focused on her fitness for a couple of hours now, so I'm actually going to have her stop doing that. She's feeling a little bit strenuous from all this activity, and she's actually going to come and sit down in the dining room. She knows that Riley Jane has got a tutor for her or something, but she really just does not understand what the whole thing is about. So she's going to come and do a friendly introduction to Carla Tucker. Now, Carla Tucker was submitted by Karina. I forgot the name on the gallery, but I think it was like Karina87. Okay, so it was Karina847. I was very close. And Carla has had quite a troubled background herself. She came from being disowned from her parents due to the fact that she got involved with drugs. Who is phoning Riley Jane? Who is Peyton Rose? I can't. I really want to, but I can't. I need to deal with this. I really do. So Carla, I was about to call her Carly Jane. Like, okay, seriously. Chester's versus The Sims 4 Legacy Challenge, okay. So we're just talking about payment options for these tutoring sessions, and Carla has arranged that it will be 150 simoleons per training session, which takes up about an hour and a bit, which I think is really great. So Carla, back onto her story, she came from a background, she got herself involved in drugs, and she was in a really hard time, and her parents disowned her, and she was very inspired by her own teacher that helped her through everything, and they became Mr. and Mrs. Quinn became a role model to her. So we're just kind of talking about things, and Carla's just like, I really love to help you with your music. I understand that you're really into music. And she's like, I do like music, but I would really like to focus on my fitness and my homework. I'm really behind. And Carla's like, I heard that you left school the last couple of days and you haven't been. And she's like, I understand. It's really hard, and all these things that everybody kind of throws at you, it just feels like it's rubbish, but in reality, it's helping you at the end of the day. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our homework out, and we're going to start our first ever tutoring session, if that makes sense. So we're going to form group with Carla, and we're just going to sit down, and at this point in time, Amy Lee is actually feeling pretty good. She's feeling really good, and it's actually making her feel energized, which I absolutely love. And Carla's like, don't you worry, sweetheart. I have been where you are, and it is so hard to try and do homework when you really just don't have the understanding to do it. And she's like, that's exactly how I feel. I just don't know how to do it, and I feel so stressed because I feel like I'm a failure. And she's like, hey, you're not a failure, my sweetheart. I am going to help you through this. We are going to get through this together, me and you as best of friends. And they have literally just formed this amazing friendship that I'm not gonna lie, Amy Lee is actually she's starting to form a really strong bond with Carla because she reminds her so much of her mother, and it's great, it's really great. Meanwhile, Riley Jane is out here. She's literally she can't get over this. She's starting to feel it. She's starting to feel all this stress. She just cannot ever forget. And I know that she'll never forget, but what makes her feel so alive is swimming and her painting. What better way to remember her mum than create this beautiful painting that she did this morning of Poppy, and it looks exactly like her when she was younger. So she's going to come and name this. And she's going to name this, My Dearest Mother, I love you for you. I love you. That's all it's going to say is, My Dearest Mother, I love you. And she's going to put this up in her room. She created this painting for Poppy. She created this painting because she loves her mum so much. And she misses her every day. And I miss her a lot. So we're going to frame this, and we're actually just going to put this kind of just so every morning we can see our beautiful mum. And this is really, really, really hard, This is really hard. So off camera, we harvested a whole ton of things. We got quite a few little bits and pieces, like a few rocks and stuff, which we're actually going to keep in our inventory. Just kind of, we'll keep it for a little bit. We're not really needing the money at this stage, so I'm not really going to I'm not going to worry about it too much. We actually need to water with tears, and we're going to harvest all of this. Meanwhile, inside, Amy Lee is finishing off her homework, and Carla is going to... Oh, sorry, guys. Excuse me. I'm getting a phone call. I'll be right back. All right, so where were we? That's right. We were just talking about Amy Lee and Carla inside doing homework. So Carla is really, really happy with Amy Lee's progress. She really is starting to see a change in her attitude, and she's actually, for once, for a very long time, so excited about going to school. She really is excited, you guys. She's thrilled that Carla has come on board to help her. Now, she has got this whim, and she wants to do this. She's had this whim for ages. She wants to ask someone to go steady, and she actually wants to level up in the fitness school. So she's feeling really inspired. And meanwhile, Riley Jane just cannot shake these emotions. She just cannot. She went and harvested a whole ton of things. No, just a little bit of things. We really don't need the money for those rocks and stuff, so I'm not going to worry about that. Now, off camera, Riley Jane kind of went out. She went to the lounge, actually, and she met a whole ton of people, like a lot of people. She met Barrett, where is he? Mr. Barrett Patrick. Now, she only said hello to him. She didn't even introduce herself that much, but he asked her out for coffee tonight. Now, I don't know whether this is the right thing to do, considering it is a school night. We're supposed to be looking after Amy Lee, but it is quite early in the morning, and Carla is still here. So I'm just going to kind of have a really quick word to Carla, and I'm just going to brighten her day up a little bit. And I'm actually going to thank her so much for this, and we will deduct some money out of our account tonight in order to pay Carla her first payment, which is 150 simoleons. Okay, so welcome in, guys. We have just arrived at the cafe destination, which is in the heart of the city. It is the hustle and bustle area. It's so bright and vibrant. I love it. I absolutely love this lot. I think I have this written down somewhere on a piece of paper, if I can find it. Oh, there we go. The piece of paper says Coffee Bean Cafe 2.0, and this was made by H. Hughes 1967 on the gallery. Apparently, they do the best mochas in town. We are just on the phone right now to this guy that we met. Now, I don't actually know that much about him. As I said to you guys before, I really have no idea. But his name is Barrett Patrick. Are we hungry at all? Yeah, we're a little bit peckish. We could do with something to eat. Seriously, can you stop admiring yourself in the mirror and just get me something to eat? Oh, seriously, sorry. So we have just had a quick conversation with Mr. Barrett Patrick. We have learnt that he is creative clumsy, and I'm not too sure about his last trait, but he's actually just gone inside to order a meal or something. He's actually quite peckish. So yeah, that's super cool. That's super cool. We learned a little bit about him. We're going to go form a group with him so that we can kind of stay like on the same like table as him, because I feel like, ooh, it's just like musical chairs right now. Are you not going to bring this, honey? Honey, you need to bring your food, please. Okay, so she's going to finish off her cannelloni. Is it cannelloni? No, it's not cannelloni. That's a savory dish. This is cannoli. Sorry, my bad. Where is it going? Where are you going, Sweetie Petey? Sweetie Petey, where are you going, Sweetie Peach? Sweetie Peach, where are you going? What did he order? Oh, he ordered this. I'll bring it over for him because I'm so lovely. He ordered, what did he order? A macchiato. Yes. We're going to give him a heartfelt compliment here. And he's like, oh, I really have to get going in about a couple of hours time. I've just got a lot of things that I need to kind of do at home. And she's like, that's cool, that's fine. It's really great to meet you. It's just so hard making friends in this area. But yeah, I'm glad that we met up. And he's like, sure, maybe sometime you can come over for dinner and at my place, or we could go out to a restaurant. And she's like, yeah, that sounds great. He's like, I'm a little bit of a chef myself. I love cooking. And she's like, me too. And she's like, I absolutely love fashion. What about you? He's like, I like fashion too. I kind of like the branded clothing, you know. And she's like, wow, that's super cool. And she's feeling happy about everything. So it's just kind of nice to get out and kind of explore this area, because this is a nice, beautiful cafe. I love it. I really, really love it. And it's set in the main heart of Windenburg, so you can't really go wrong, and they do the best mockers in town, so that is pretty lit as, did I just say lit? Yeah, I think I did. He's like, how about we arrange to meet up for dinner throughout the week sometime? And she's like, yeah, where should we go? And he's like, well, now that I think of it, my house is kind of a little bit noisy. How about we head over to, I don't know, what about an Italian restaurant? She's like, I love Italian food. That is one of my favorites. How did you know? And he's like, well, yeah, I just kind of guessed. So that's interesting. So what we're going to do is we are just going to disband group. And we're just going to kind of say goodbye to him here and thank him so much for an amazing time out. Even though it was only like a couple of hours, but we got to spend time with him nonetheless. So we're going to travel back home and check on how Amy Lee is doing. I hope that things are going to work out with her. I really, really do. So we got to know Mr. Barrett Patrick a little bit better. Well, I don't even know if he's married or not. I hope he's not. I hope he's not married or taken. Anyway, but I feel like Riley Jane just kind of sees him as a friend right now. There's nothing really to it more than just a friendship. So that's cool. So throughout the week, he's going to give us a text or a phone call, whatever. And we're going to arrange to go out to a restaurant for dinner. So that's cool. I was really hoping to go and see his apartment or his house. I mean, I'm presuming he lives in an apartment considering he's from San Myshuno. So I guess he would live in an apartment. Yeah, he would. So we're going to come inside and have a deep conversation with Amy Lee. And we're actually going to come and say we're really, really proud of her. We are really, truly, honestly, very proud of her. I mean, Riley Jane is feeling on cloud 9 right now. She actually wants to hug someone. So, you know, she wants to talk to her sister. And I think tonight we're just going to have a movie night, you know, just an early movie night. Nothing too kind of, you know, out and about sort of spending money, you know. We just want to have a low-key night. So we're going to give her a hug. Oh, she's like, I am so proud of you. I absolutely love you so much. And you are the best thing that has happened to me. Thank you so much for your help, Riley Jane. I could not have done this without you. You're just the best thing that has happened to me. And since Mum and Dad died, I just don't know what I'd do without you, sis. I love you so much. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this part of the Sims 4 Legacy Challenge right here. If you have got any thoughts, predictions, leave them down below in the comments. How do you feel about or I'm going to call him Mr. Patrick, but I should probably not call him Mr. considering, you know, he's not married, or I mean, I don't even know. But we'll find out, I guess, a little bit more about him. How do you feel about him? Do you get a good vibe about him? I feel like him and Riley Jane could be really good friends. Like, if not, best friends. So thank you guys all so much for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe if you guys haven't already and you would like to, and I'll see you all of you beautiful lovelies next time. Bye guys.